All right, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome into the Monday training. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Um, Goes by too quick, doesn't it? The weekend, the 2 days go by really fast. But hey, we're back here on Monday, and let's see. Whoever is coming in that is returning, if you don't mind putting a two in the chat and a one if you're new to Dubb. So one if you're new to Dubb, you just started using the platform a little bit, and two if you're returning and you know your way around. So that would be fantastic. Jai, yeah, thanks, Jai. Yeah, appreciate it. Yep, kind, exactly. Let's see. Let me jump over to Leanne. Hi, Leanne. If you can hear me okay. Nice to meet you. You can unmute yourself if you'd like to, if you want to say hi. If not, you can say hi in the chat if you'd like to. If you don't mind, just let me know what industry you're in, Leanne. That would be awesome. Just so we can kind of guide this a little bit, especially for the new folks that come in. That would be great.
I am in real estate and finance.
Oh, beautiful. Are you using this Dubb for real estate? Is that the main use case?
No, it should be for my finance.
Okay. What in terms of that, is you think about using Dubb for your outreach, prospecting, client comm? Like, what does that look like for you so far?
I haven't started yet,
Okay.
but I'm actually working with Stefan Gregg.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's great.
Yeah, so he recommended me to, you know, um, go on the videos, see if I can basically learn something, and I'm actually meeting up with him tomorrow. So,
Oh, that's great. Yeah, he's a super sweet guy. Like, he's been using Dubb for a long time.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And then we'll be just so you know, like what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the basics so you can see how the platform works. You know, what are the different ways to record? What are the kind of strategies related to that? And then this training will be on our YouTube support channel. I'll put the link in the chat in a second. So later in the day, or whenever you have time, when people come into the training and they see a certain part they want to see again, they'll watch the training back, go to that part. We also have an email address that I'll put in the chat as well called feedback@Dubb. So when you are playing with the software, if you want to send us over a test, we can always give you feedback.
Okay, sounds good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good to meet you, Leanne.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great
All
meeting
right.
you too.
Yeah, nice meeting you. All right, so let me put that in right now, and then everybody can have that. I think most people know about this that are returning, but I'll put this in the chat. Feedback@Dubb, and then also this link right here to our YouTube support. I'll drop this in here as well. Whoops, actually, hold on. Let's make sure this goes to everybody. There we go. And then feedback@Dubb. Okay. And let's see. Anybody else new? Anyone else new? I saw someone else come in. Was it Jeannie? Oh, Stephanie. Stephanie. Let me pop over to Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Looks like you're new to Dubb as well. If you can hear me. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Rob. Nice to
Hey.
meet you.
Yeah, what's going on? How are you?
Oh, doing well. So I am starting a staffing and recruiting agency, and I'll be using Dubb for both client and candidate outreach.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome. I would say what we've noticed, we've done some coaching on this, and I'll show you have you seen our video where we talk about the LinkedIn outreach, just the style of it, and what's worked pretty good?
I haven't, but that sounds really valuable.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll show you that. And when I show you the style of it, the one thing that we've noticed with recruiting is that within like with all the videos in general, we try to say make them as short as you can, like get right to the point. What is it about? And
Right.
what field is it in, Stephanie, that you do?
So I'll be recruiting senior to what mid-level to senior HR professionals.
Oh, HR. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So let's see. So would it kind of be a case of where it would like one piece of advice would be, if they're looking to do the hiring internally, maybe some guidelines you'd say, hey, this is why you'd want to use a firm for that instead.
Yes, or also sorry, I'm sorry, Rob. Could you repeat your question?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like if I was an HR director at a company and you reached out, would there be any kind of pitch where it's like, look, Rob, if you think about it, hiring internally, here's some helpful things, but also here's a major reason why going with a recruiting firm would be a better choice. or something like that,
Yes.
Okay.
So there's that aspect. And then I
Yeah.
think because I'll be placing senior HR candidates, I'll be talking to a lot of founders and C-level people
Yep.
to get someone to drive, their overall hiring and HR operational needs.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so there's that part of it too. And I think probably for that part of it, someone like a CEO or someone would want to hear, okay, obviously why, like what's the like, every video starts with like a hook. We always talk about a hook, especially social media and sales. They're like going like this now.
Yeah.
So what would be the first thing that like you'd say to a CEO or owner of a company of why this is why you should have an HR director and maybe like a stat or something, or like, did you know that HR director is placed in the right, something like that. We think, you know, we've seen it work well with our Dubb stuff in terms of just opening with a hook. So I think
Okay.
especially on LinkedIn where they get so many messages that maybe you have some insight or a fact or two about stuff that as soon as you say that right out of the gate, it's about that fact and that thing, and then it kind of stops them, and then get into kind of what you want to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've thought about talking or pitching the fact that a lot of CEOs they want more strategy from their HR person, but
Yep.
so there's misalignment between the HR role and then what the person is actually delivering. So I
Yep.
have like a calendar for LinkedIn posts. But yeah, it goes with that. So I'm not articulating it well right now, but somewhere along the lines of, hey, is your HR director misaligned with your goals, or are you looking for more strategy? But yeah, so I could definitely leverage some of the hooks that I have in my LinkedIn
Yeah, and
content.
almost like this one misalignment or this one
Yeah,
strategy thing, because people want to boil down to like, oh, I didn't know that one thing. You
yeah, 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 exactly.
no, that's cool. Yeah, and so I would say that, and we also, and I'll show you too, with Dubb, you can do social posts like we do them on LinkedIn, where we have a Dubb link below in the pinned comment, and then it goes to a Dubb landing page. So there, I would say with those two folds, that would be a good way to do it.
Okay, cool. Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds great.
yeah, cool. Well, good meeting you, Stephanie.
Yeah, you too.
And let's see, anybody else new that was coming in? Just real quick, let me check. Len, hey Len, I saw you just popped in. Are you returning to Dub or are you new? You can put a two in the chat if you're returning or one if you're new or hi Len.
I'm new to the I'm new.
Hey, good to meet you, Len.
Good to meet you.
What's your industry? What do you do?
Actually, I'm a software consultant.
Oh, very cool. And then from what you know about Dub so far, were you thinking about using it for
Actually, I don't know much. I just went through your site. I believe through LinkedIn or something like this. And then since I want to start promoting my service through LinkedIn, and I fell on your ads, and I think your what you're doing is really interesting.
Oh, very cool. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. Well, the LinkedIn strategy that I was talking to Stephanie about, we'll be doing that. So that I would say just definitely pay attention to that part right there. And that would be fantastic in terms of like leaning into what you want to do.
Great.
Cool. Good to meet you, Len. And let me pop over to Jeannie. I hope I'm saying it right. GNI. Jeannie. Hi, Jeannie. If you can hear me okay.
Hi. Yeah, hi. My question is, I took some videos yesterday on my phone and I wanted to link them together to make one whole video. Uh, Two questions. One, what's the maximum amount of time that I can add to those videos
Hmm.
to make it a whole video, to make it one video? And the second, I tried to put 3 or 4 videos together. However, it only allowed me one video. And before, on my phone, I think I could do several, but when I came to my laptop, I only allowed me once. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, so what I'll do is when I'm covering, I've got to jump into the general thing here,
Yeah.
Ginny, but what I'll do is when I cover that, so let me ask you one quick question. So when you said you tried to combine the videos into one video, were you using the desktop app with the clips? Is that where you were?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it only allowed you to put in one clip?
Yes.
How long was the video?
I would say about 7 minutes or no less, 4 minutes, and then I have other ones. They're like 3 minutes, two
Oh,
minutes,
okay.
and I
Yeah,
wanted to.
should be.
So I didn't know how much it would be, and I wanted to make them horizontal. On my phone, I could only make them vertical. So I wanted to switch to my desktop. Maybe I could put them on horizontal there instead of vertical. And I have done it once, so but I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah. If you with the desktop app, if you're recording from the desktop app, you can do landscape or you can do vertical. So recording. from your desktop app. If you recorded something on your mobile in the vertical format, it would show in the vertical in the, when you're doing it in the desktop app.
Okay, so I cannot combine verticals and horizontal videos together.
Well, you can if you want to. It's just a different look, Like
Yeah.
you'd see that, then you'd see the vertical with the black bands on the side. So
Yeah, I couldn't find that, so they all came out vertical. So
okay.
that's why I jumped into my laptop thinking I could do it better there.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to walk through that stuff now, but I'm also going to put
Okay.
this in support at Dubb. If you want to just by the end of the training, if you still have a question on it, I put their email in there, and the team can always meet up with you and help you with that if you're still having an issue. But I'll show you there are ways to combine videos on the mobile as well. It's just adding clips, like if you have the videos on your phone, because any Dubb video you save into Dubb will be saved on the Dubb mobile app and on the computer, obviously. So you
Right.
could technically open up the Dubb mobile app when you record because it goes in clips, and you could
Yes.
add the clips in there, and then it merges them into that one video, and then you have it saved. So you could do either way. Desktop
I
app.
should have, yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah, yeah. If you have them on your phone, that's just the easiest way. Just add clips. So when I do the mobile app tutorial, I would just do that. It merges them together and just upload it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to share my screen. And let's dive into the basics here in terms of how we do this. All right, let me share here and make sure I got everything ready to go. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm going to share my screen now. All right, here we go. All right, let me get that out of the way. Let's move this. All right, so when you send a Dubb video, you record a video and you send it, it's going to be an animated GIF. It's going to be a 3-second repeating loop of the beginning of this video. So whatever you're doing, as soon as you hit record for the first 3 seconds, that's what's going to repeat. You can technically, with editing, take a different part of the video and move it to the front or upload your own thumbnail. But for efficiency purposes, when you're recording videos and you're getting through your day and you're getting stuff done, it's just good to know to plan to when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. Now, there are different styles that have worked well over the years. If you're doing any kind of outreach by email and you're introducing yourself to someone, or you're sending a video to a group of people, maybe re-engaging with your circle of influence or leads that you have, or maybe it's a newsletter where you're updating folks, this is a nice style right here. This was recorded from the basic webcam inside of the Dubb platform, the Dubb website. And all I'm doing is having the Dubb mobile app on my phone. There's a little digital whiteboard button on there where you can type a message. And the last part of it is the movement. I'm just bringing it into frame to make it interesting because it is an animated GIF. Um, for the ones to ones, the names have always worked good from the beginning, someone's name. But if it's a group of people that you're re-engaging with or introducing yourself to, something that the whole group can relate to, like if I was in real estate, hey, rate change or something where the entire group can say, you know what? That's pretty cool. I can relate to that question or statement, and then it will stop them when they see that. If you had a one-to-one with someone where there was some kind of in-depth conversation or back and forth, you could reference a part of that conversation with a statement or question with that there as well. The whole idea in this is whether it's one-to-one or one-to-many, this is a nice way with a message to get it across. So visually, they already have some context because in sales, the window is becoming so small that you have to kind of leverage the GIF a little bit to kind of start the engine of what might be happening so they have an idea, of what this might be or something individualized or group setting. You also can do something like this from the same camera, same webcam within Dubb. Virtual background behind. People's profiles work really well, but so do properties in real estate if you're in real estate, articles related in your industry that you want to share, company websites, anything where it can give context to the person that you're sending it to. And just a little wave, behind something like that, something to, make it a little fun. You also can do something like this. And this is with one of our screen recorders called the Chrome extension, which is a browser-based screen recorder where you can walk someone through whatever website you're on. So in this case, it's a market update in real estate. But again, it could be a website, company website, article, anything browser-based where you want to walk someone through, point some things out, and really kind of bring some, some your take on those things. We also have a desktop app. that basically flies over the entire computer screen, can record your whole desktop. You can do vertical format, landscape format. You can go over Canvas slides like you see right here, videos, documents, listing agreements. You can crop around anything. So it's a pretty powerful screen recorder. And then lastly, we have our mobile app. And this right here is the picture-in-picture function, which works really good for property walkthroughs in real estate, like you can see right here. Uses both cameras on the phone, but it could be for any industry. You know, you could be going for a walk. We're so used to seeing social media where someone's walking and giving some advice on something. You can do that to a prospect or a client, and then maybe it's a cool little, pretty walk that you're on. It's kind of a neat video they can kind of watch and take in. You could be walking around the office. You could show something on your laptop in a creative way where you're kind of leaning forward, showing it. So this is a neat little kind of different way to show someone something that they haven't seen before. Like, oh, this is neat. I just got this in my inbox. Now, the whole idea behind any of this, no matter what kind of style you send, is that when someone sees this, they click on it and they're brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So it's going to have your logo to the top left, a little image behind the video player you can see poking out there, the video that you've recorded to that one person or that group, followed by playlist videos that will play directly after this video that's been recorded. The power of the playlist video is not only more information, but it also enables you not have to repeat yourself 10,000 times. You can really focus on the individual or the group and the message, and then record a video one time, a minute or less, about what you do, basically your pitch video, and always have it play right after. That way you don't have to keep repeating. And then below here, you have your buttons, your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've watched your video? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? So there's a number of options you can have down here. I would just put them in order of left to right. Sometimes people just have one button because they want to focus on just that one thing. Now, there is a button down here that works very well for getting video testimonials, and it's this button right here, reply with video. We have a lot of Dubb people that do this. It's very easy for the person you want to get the video testimonial from and for you. All you have to do is send a video to someone with this button below it. So if I was going to do this, I would say, hey, Darius, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using the platform. I really would love to get a video testimonial from you. It means a lot to us and helps people see their journey and someone that's already been on the path. It's really easy. You don't have to do anything complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click the reply with video button below, put your email in, allow camera and mic, and let me know what have you liked about the platform or whatever questions you would normally ask. And then when you're done doing that, the person sends the video back to you. You get a notification in your video library that says, hey, you got a video reply. And then this has been the combination that's worked very well over the years. Video one-to-one or one-to-many, followed by a video you record one time about what you do, followed by video testimonials. And the last part of this page is right over here to the right, SIA. This is our Sales Interactive Assistant. And you don't have to have this AI on the page if you don't want to, but we found that since about a year since we added this, that when people get sent videos, no matter what the next button is down here that you want them to do, cool, they do that a lot. But maybe some of those other folks that didn't take that next step, maybe they had some questions. So over here to the right, they can interact immediately with the AI. You can have up to 20 FAQs. You can click in here and ask a question. But the important thing about SIA is when it gets asked a question, it's going to give an answer. It can collect email, phone, and name. And also it can push for something that you want to have done. So if you have your CTA, whether it's book a time in my calendar or whatever, it can push for it at the end, like you see right here. Gives an answer and says, okay, are you ready to book a time with Rob? And we have a whole training on this, but from a high level, SIA is educated with website links. It can learn the text that's physically on those pages, and you can upload a PDF. So we have a whole training on it, but this creates a very unique landing page for someone. They saw the video that you sent them and they landed here. They got this in their email box and they landed here. And all of this is tracked. So you'll know if someone clicked on any buttons, did they open the email, did they watch the video? And if they did, what's the watch rate so you can follow up in a really, really smart way. Now, how do we record something that looks like this or something that looks just like this? What we would do is go into the Dubb website, right in here, go to the red camera icon right up here at the top. It's going to open up our webcam. And when it opens up the webcam, if I want to do the virtual background behind me, I'm just going to go below, select virtual background, go to your photos, and then you basically can upload any screenshots that you have into this area here. And once you do, it's going to create a little library for you. So you can choose what you want to have behind you depending on the industry that you're in. And now you've got it right behind you there. Now, some things you want to take of note is you want to have some good front light. I got a couple of ring lights here. You can use some natural light. You want to keep your arms within your shoulders because if you go out here, you're going to be going into the soup a little bit. So any kind of motion you have in here, just keep it within here. And that should work pretty well. Now, as far as the phone goes, how did I do the phone? Well, you get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have it on your phone, this is going to be the home area right here. And you're going to go to this button right up here at the top, right there, that little square with the person. And when you select that, it's going to open up a typing area. And all I did before was type the person's name or whatever the message is. And this is what this would look like, just like this. Just like that, and then turn it like this. And all you have to do is just bring it up in a frame and do one of these. It's pretty simple, but it's worked pretty good over the years. Now, on this recording here in the basic website area, we have a couple options. Down over here to the bottom right here, you can zoom yourself in. You can back yourself off if you want to. Also, every recording inside of Dubb has a teleprompter. So if you want to use a teleprompter, click into here at the top and then create a new script if you want to. If you click this, it'll go right to scripting to create a new one. Or you can search for a script you already have saved, or you can search for a script by name. Here's the teleprompter. Here is going to be the speed. You can go up or down. Here's the play button. See if you like the speed, you can adjust it. You can back the text off, or you can zoom it in. Now, when I hit record, you're going to notice what this is going to look like. I'm going to a little countdown, and then I'm also going to use this so you can see kind of a combination of both. I'm going to hit record here. There's my 3, 2, 1. Hey, Rob, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right down here. I also can select the red X right here. If I want to delete it, it's going to ask you, are you sure? And if I want to save this into the Dubb platform, I'm going to select the check mark right here. So in this case, I'm going to select the check mark here, and it's going to save it into the Dubb platform. And anytime you save a video into the Dubb platform, it's going to go to the video edit page, which is what this looks like right here. And we're going to come back to this in terms of what are some options on here that we can do once a video is saved. But what we just looked at was the first way to record this style of video and this style of video. But now what about this style right here? Again, this is browser-based Chrome extension screen recorder, sharing articles, company websites, whatever that's browser-based. This is what we're going to look at now. So if I wanted to record something like that on this, or if I wanted to reach out on LinkedIn, I would use the Dubb Chrome extension. So we're going to use LinkedIn here as an example. But again, remember, this could be anything that's browser-based. So I'm going to click on the Chrome extension up here at the top. When it's pinned and logged in, ready to go, it's going to open up and it's going to put me on the screen like this. Now for LinkedIn, I'm going to stay a circle. We could change different shapes for different websites that are more angular, cooler effect. Change a different shape. Put yourself in a good spot. LinkedIn, circles, I'm going to be a circle. Size-wise, you don't want to go too big because you're covering everything that you want the person to see. So I think maybe just about this size in here. Placement, go right next to Ruben. So I'm right next to him right here. I could even knock on his bubble, something fun. So this is the placement size and shape. You also can zoom yourself in like this if you want a tighter frame or back yourself up. You can go up, down, side to side, however you want to do that. You also can jump to full screen when you want to make a point about something and go back to the page as well. You have an annotation tool that sits right over here where you can point things out, which is what we're going to do in a second. Also over here to the right, there's a drop down. I technically could turn my webcam off and do an audio walkthrough if I wanted to, but it wouldn't make sense for this case on LinkedIn. If you already have a client, that and well, and you just want to walk someone through something in the browser, you can just turn that off if you want to do audio. You could also technically use your headshot if you wanted to use that, but being live is typically the best. You also can put a virtual background inside the bubble in here, like we saw with what we just recorded. You can do the same thing right inside here. You also have a teleprompter as it available on this as well. So I can do what I did before, find my script like we did. This one's a little bit different. You can grab the sides on this one, physically go like this, You can move yourself around wherever you want to move it to. In my case, obviously, it's going to go towards the camera because I want it to be up there for my eye line. But about teleprompters with the Chrome extension, there is a little bit of nuance to it. Because the Chrome extension is browser based, you don't want to go full screen in your browser because if you do, it's going to hide the teleprompter tab and you won't be able to get to it. So you want to leave a little bit of space. So for when I hit record, I can tap this thing and bring it forward and be able to use it. There are three different kind of options to record with the Chrome. Screen, if I click the screen option right here and I hit record, it's going to get my entire computer screen. The issue is if I want to use a teleprompter, unfortunately, it's going to show in the recording. So if I wanted to do a full screen recording of my entire screen and not have a teleprompter show, I would use the Dubb desktop app, which I'm going to show you right after this. If I go camera option on this, it's kind of open up like a webcam. I think tab is the best one because tab, teleprompter doesn't show in the recording, and it's a nice clean cut of this page. You won't get any of the open tabs at the top. It's only focused on the page that you're on. So when I hit record here, here's what this is going to look like. There's my tab, LinkedIn. I'm going to click share, and then it's going to start recording right now, and it would look like this. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I saw your profile over here on LinkedIn, and I thought I would reach out because I noticed some things that I want to make you aware of. Check this out. So I did my wave and my point. That's my repeating 3 seconds, and then I jumped to full screen. You can jump to full screen in a couple ways. At the bottom, there's a little button down there. It says expand webcam on or off. Click that button, jumps you to here. Click it right here to go back. You also can double click, double click. So you can hover over, double click to go back. But the great thing about jumping to full screen is that you really can hammer home a point. Forget everything else that they've seen, make the point that you want to make, and then go back to the page. And whenever you feel like you want to make a strong point, jump to full screen to do it because what better way to get the person's attention and really hammer home a point? And plus, it's visually dynamic when you do that. You also can physically just scroll around. You can move. You can be very organic, however you want to do this. If you're a little more regimented and you want to pause the recording, just hit the pause button down here at the bottom, stop the recording, then say, okay, where do I want to go next? All right, I'm going to go here, and then click resume down there. So the pause button can be your best friend when you want to use it. The annotation tool, which is right over here, is really cool to point some things out. You can do some arrows. You can do some text on screen if you really want to kind of hammer home a point about something. You can put things in order. You can underline. You can circle. All kinds of neat stuff you can do. And all of these annotations are going to stay sticky. So if you continue down the page, they're not going to follow you down. So let's save this into Dubb. I'm going to click the check mark down here, and this is going to save this into the Dubb platform, just like we did with the other video. Now, another form of recording that is a screen recorder is the Dubb desktop app, which is very different than the Chrome. It's got some similarities, but it's very different. So I'm going to show you the differences and the similarities now between the two and what they're good to be used for. All right, so the desktop app is right up here at the top, our little D symbol up here. We're going to go right to View Quick Menu. And when we go here, I'm going to show you first the similarities between the two, and then I'm going to show you the differences. So let me reopen here with the webcam, and I'll show you what this looks like. All right, so first off, the webcam. Same as the Chrome. You can do everything you did before. Zoom in, virtual background, change the shape, everything that we looked at. You also have what's it called? I can't think of the name. Annotation tool. Here we go. Right here. Similar here. And we also have a teleprompter. Teleprompter's similarity to the Chrome is that you can physically move it around, but that's about it. Because this is not going to show in any of the recordings. And when you look for the script, like we did before, this has voice recognition. So you're going to notice right here, it says auto track, which means if I hit record, it's going to go at the speed at which I'm reading. And if I stop, it's going to stop. So we have this on the mobile app for iPhone as well, if you have an iPhone. But right here on the desktop app, this is different than the other stuff that you've seen so far that is just auto scroll. This is auto track with voice recognition. Now, if you don't want to use this, you can just click the button, it turns it off, and now you have auto scroll just like the other teleprompters between 1 and 10, and you can control the speed how you want to be able to control it. So whatever you're comfortable with, you can try both out, see what you like. Now, big difference between Chrome and desktop app is starting down here. This button right here that has a red slash through it. If I was to hit record right now, it would get my entire desktop screen. If I get rid of this red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices. These choices are the borders of the recording that I can choose. Right now it's on custom. So I can physically move this wherever I want to, and I can crop around anything that I want to crop around. Whether it's a Canvas slide, document, website, whatever it is, I have the ability to choose what part I want to get. I also can do 16 by 9 if I want to do YouTube. I can even go 9 by 16 if I want to do a social media video right from my desktop app. I can go this format, put it over a document, website, whatever I want it to show, and I can go in this format right here. Now, the last part that's a big difference is this. So when I hit the record button right down here, I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. All right, here I am recording. Here we go. Now I can pause and resume this recording, just like we've seen before in all the other recording types. But the check mark is the difference. So normally with Dubb, when you click the check mark, it saves it into the platform, but not with the desktop app in this scenario. When you click the check mark here, it's going to say, okay, you just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder where we're going to merge all the clips at the end into that one video. The Chrome extension that you just saw prior to this is one video you pause and resume. It's not clip recording. So clip recording gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer in an MP4 format if you want to make them part of the story. And if you have a video in Dubb, every Dubb video that you save into Dubb has an MP4 version you can download, and then you can make it part of this story. Now, what I just did here, my first recording that you see here is I recorded a screen recording. Down here to the bottom left, there are 3 creative styles to continue clip recording. The one all the way to the left says record screen video. That's what I just did right here. If I want to do another clip with screen recording, I'm going to click that button down to the bottom left. It's going to bring me right back to where I was. I'm going to hit record. And now I'm just recording a second clip that's a screen recording clip that you're seeing right here. I'm going to hit save on this one. And there's my second clip. And I can physically move these clips around. I don't have to record chronologically. I can do the end first, the middle, whatever I want. It's pretty convenient that way. You also can tap the 3 dot menu on any clip and download or delete each individual clip. Now, there's a middle icon down here for your webcam. So this is cool when you want to do a separate clip about maybe something important that you want to stop, or maybe this is the opening of my video. Hey, welcome into this video, or maybe it's the ending. Hey, thanks for watching this video. You can click below to book a time in my calendar, or maybe I just want to talk about this one thing right now really quick. Hit the save button, and now you got something that looks visually different, and again, you can move it wherever you want to. The last part down here is called Dubb Narrator. This gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of the bubble. So like we saw before when we were inside the bubble saying hi, that was live. You got to hit it record. You're doing it as you're recording. But with Dubb Narrator, you can record the video beforehand, use a teleprompter, deliver the content however you want to do it, and then you can take that video and you can play it inside the bubble and put it on top of anything. And it doesn't have to be a pre-recorded video. It could be an avatar that we have. It could be someone else, but you can play a pre-record. So if I select Dubb Narrator here, I'm going to click here. It's going to bring me to my video library inside of Dubb. I'm going to put narrator in, and then I'm just going to look for a video that I've already pre-recorded. And I'm going to take that video. Let's grab this one right here. And it's going to put me on the page like this. And then I can choose the shape, the size, whatever I want, like I would normally do. But in this case, the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. And all I have to do is scroll. Here's how to use activity reporting for 10x sales growth. The best way to break through the noise. And I can pause and resume, all that good stuff. Hit the check mark, and there's that clip. Now, when you're ready to combine all of these videos into all of these clips into one video, select the edit button all the way to the bottom right. It's going to merge all the clips together. And once they're merged together, you can play it from inside the desktop app right here. Here we go. You also have a fully functioning editor right here inside the desktop app. So you can drag your timeline. If you want to cut a part out, drag it to the part you want to cut out, hit the scissor icon here. It splits the clip, and then keep dragging it to the next cut point, scissors, and now you have 3 pieces. And then just click on the one you want to get rid of, trash can, and it's gone. If you want to bring everything back, just click the undo button. Undo, 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 and you're right back to the beginning. We even have a button here called Smart Cut, where if you want to click this here, you can get rid of all the silences in your video, which are the pink areas here, if you want a tighter version of it. Then you can download the MP4 to your computer and you can upload it into the Dubb platform. So the last way we record is with the mobile app. Now the mobile app is really good because the phones have really good cameras, obviously, and you can do vertical, landscape. It's also a nice different style. So if you're recording a lot of webcam videos or screen videos like we just saw, and you want to switch it up, do a little walk and talk or like do something interesting with the mobile app. It kind of helps for variation for someone to see different things. Here's how you would record with this. So let me share my screen here. And this is what recording with the mobile app would look like. So right here is the home area of the mobile app. If I'm going to record, I'm going to tap our blue camera icon at the bottom, and it's going to open up our camera. And when it opens up, you're going to notice a couple things. One, you're going to see this is defaulted for 1 minute. So if I was going to hit record right now, it cut me off at a minute. I always slide mine over to 10 minutes because you can't go beyond 10 on the mobile app. To record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I'm recording. You can see the timer up here and the timer at the bottom. I'm going to tap the circle again, and there is the clip that I've just recorded. So just like the desktop app, the mobile app is a clip recorder. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone in my photo video area. So I have it if I need it. I'm going to hit record one more time, just so I have a couple clips here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. There's my second clip. And I can physically change the order. So all I have to do is take my finger, touch one, hold it, and slide it. So just like the desktop app, you can move them around in any order. And when you tap a clip individually, right here, you can delete, trim, or edit. Now, if you select the edit button, you can add royalty-free music. We have a whole library. You can add some text on the screen if you want to. You can do a voiceover. You can speed up the action, all within each clip here. Now, these icons over here to the right, this top icon is going to record what's in front of you. This one right here is countdown timers. So when you select this here, you can do 3 or 10 seconds. I always go 3 just because it matches everywhere else in Dubb, and I think it's the perfect amount of time to get ready to smile, get yourself ready as you hit record. This one right here is our teleprompter. I think this is one of our best ones. So if you select this one here, it's going to open up the teleprompter. To find our script, we're going to do just what we did before. We're going to click into the white area in the top, and we're going to find our script. There it is right there. And then auto scroll, just like the other teleprompter, speed between 1 and 10. You can adjust it up or down. You can hit the play button to see if you like the speed. Now, if you're finding that your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be and they're wandering around, they're reading the text that's below here, move the text up with the guardrails here. Just slide it up like this. Now, there's nothing to look at down here. You got to keep your eyes at the top. So if that's an issue, that can really help. Or you can increase the speed. Now that's auto scroll. If you have an iPhone, unfortunately, Androiders, we don't have this for you yet, but if you have an iPhone, you can select the gear icon here, select auto track. And this is voice recognition like you saw earlier on the desktop app. So when I hit record here, it's going to go at my pace. You know what too many salespeople do? Talk, talk, pitch, talk. Close, ghosted. Look, if you're doing all the talking, so see how I kind of paused and went at my own pace and it stopped every time? It's a pretty cool option. So if you have an iPhone, you want to use something like that, click the gear icon and it's auto track. If not, it would be auto scroll. To close the teleprompter, tap the X to the top right and it closes. Now, kind of like we were talking about at the top, if you want to add a video to the queue down here, like let's say you recorded something outside the app and you have it on your phone and you want to make it part of this story here, you can select the folder icon here. It will bring you to your photo video area on your phone. Select the video that you want, click add clips, and it will drop it right down into here. So if you're ever looking to add videos that you have on your phone and make them all together into one, like we just saw you can do that in the desktop app, you also can do that here on your phone. So if you have them on your phone, just add the clips in here, add the videos. And then when you merge them at the end here, as we're going to do in a second, it merges them into one video. Because these are just clips that are in here. Now, if you want to record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to do filters, this button. So this is more of a fun one. You can do black and white, you can do skin smoothing, you can do kind of different color effects, whatever you want to do, something fun like that, kind of more on the fun side of things than anything else. Picture in picture. right here. So this is what we saw at the top. This is where a lot of real estate folks use them for property walkthroughs. But again, it could be anything you want to show in front of you and in a cool way kind of be on the screen. So select this button right here, and it's going to record what's in front of you. You're going to hit record, and now you can move around just like this. You can talk, you can make yourself bigger, smaller. You can zoom in to what you're showing, back up, all from within that one area of picture in picture. The last part down here is virtual background. So like we saw with the webcam when we first started today, you can put people's profiles behind you, properties in real estate, articles, whatever your industry is, you can put that right behind you. Same thing here. So on your phone, screenshot those things and then go here and then go to your photo video area on your phone and just put the photo behind you, just like this. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, I saw your profile. Hey, listen, I wanted to share this article with you right here. You know, stuff that you've seen before. You can do stuff like this. And then at the end, when you're ready to combine all of these clips into one video, click the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge all of our clips together into that one video like we did with the desktop app. And then you're going to have a finished version of that video on your phone in your photo video area. And then you can click the upload button right here to upload it into Dubb. You also can add at this point burned in subtitles if you wanted to do that as well. Now, no matter what recording way you've decided on or the ones that you do, when you save the video into Dubb, it's going to take you into the video edit page like we saw earlier. Now, the important part of the video edit page are a few things. So when we save a video into the Dubb platform, it is going to take us to a page that looks something like this. Now, on this page here, we're going to notice it says analytics over here. We have a little digital coach called Kyra right inside here that's going to give you feedback on your videos. It's going to give you visual feedback, content feedback. Are you using words that are repetitive, filler words, persuasiveness? Really good, unbiased coaching about your video right from this AI coach right in here when you create a video. We also have activity. So it says no activity on this video yet because we haven't sent it anywhere. But when we do have the ability to say, okay, who's clicking on the email? Who's clicking the buttons there? Is anybody watching the videos? And if they are, what is the watch rate? Which will really help the follow-up because you'll know what they've consumed. We also have an editor right inside here as well. You click on here and you have the same kind of editor. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob that you saw on the desktop app. You can drag the timeline like we saw, remember? Click the scissor icon, splits our clip, drag to the second cut point, scissors. Now you have three pieces. Whatever is highlighted in orange, click the delete button and it's gone. And if you want to bring it back, undo. Undo button, undo button, undo button, and you're back to where you were. Now, if you ever edited something where you chopped it up way too much and you don't want to hit undo a bunch of times, all you have to do is go to the top. Every Dubb video has an MP4 version you can download. Download the MP4 version here, replace the video, and then click save, and you're totally fine. Now, another big aspect is this drop down right here. So it says Rob's preset, and we have other presets in here. Remember, the preset is the customized landing page that someone lands on after you send them a video. So you want to think about these landing pages for specific segments of your audience. So like we talked about at the top with recruitment, you can represent the candidates and you can represent the employers. You want to have a separate landing page for both. In real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, all that, you want to have different pages for that. If you're in mortgage and you have, FHA loans, VA loans, first time jump, whatever it is, different parts, different kinds of insurance. If you're in coaching and consulting, there's different kinds of industries. So you want to think about what's the segment of audience I can speak to directly, because when you look at these landing pages, a landing page for an employer and a candidate would look totally different for these two things. So, and when you're on a paid plan with Dubb, we help you set these things up once you're on a paid plan. It's called the optimization setup. We help you set up the pages. But the whole point in setting up these presets is that you can choose from the one that you want, create the video, choose the landing page that you want, and put on the landing page. Now, as far as sending these videos, we recorded the videos. Now we just want to be able to send them. So to send them, if we come over here as an example, we're going to open up an email here. Best practice is you always want to have the word video in the subject line. It's still very rare that you see that. You also want some text in here in terms of why they should watch the video. I wouldn't have too much because that's the whole point of sending, them getting the video. And then to drop the video in, you can drop it in two ways. One is with the direct integration, the little Dubb symbol you see down the bottom. That's because we have the Chrome extension screen recorder we saw earlier pinned and logged in. And this shortcut button will show up in the bottom in Gmail, and in Outlook, it'll show up under add-ins off to the right. But when you click this button here, it's going to open up the Chrome extension like we used earlier and see how I'm scrolling through the videos down to the bottom right. Now we just want to choose the video we want to send. So I'm going to choose this second one right here. I'm going to go to advanced options. I'm going to put the email of the person I'm sending it to. I'm also, because I want to get that, that contact level tracking. I also can add some personalization, like a little banner that says something at the top, and then I click insert video and it drops it in just like that. Now I also can do the same thing right over here. Inside the video edit page, there's always a big blue share and send button. You can click this here. Again, put the email in for tracking. I'll personalization text this time. Click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste. So you come back over here, hit paste, and there you go. Drops it in just like that. Now, if you're sending it on LinkedIn, because remember we did that video for Ruben before, you always want to connect with someone first before you send them a Dubb video, because if you try to send them a video and you're not connected, they won't see it as that nice animated GIF. It'll only be a link. So most people connect. So if you send a nice little connector request, just a couple quick things, most people do. And when they are connected, just click message here, and then it opens up and you'll see a little Dubb symbol down here at the bottom, just like we just saw in Gmail. That's because we have an integration right with LinkedIn. So when you select this here, again, it'll open up like it did before. There's my video, select insert, and then all I have to do is highlight this text and change it to make something personal. And then click send, and then Ruben's going to get a nice video like this that looks totally different than all the other normal text-based stuff someone would normally receive on LinkedIn. Now, if you do have a CRM that you like or a third-party sender, like a MailChimp or a Constant Contact or a CRM like HubSpot, Salesforce, GoILevel, Follow Up Boss, we have a ton of integrations with different CRMs and senders. So if you do have workflows that you really enjoy that you've set up and you want to continue to use, you can just add videos to them. Now, if you don't and you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you can absolutely upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, tags, all the basic CRM stuff. You also can do bulk sends with email and SMS. And we also have automation available as well. And this is something where Darius has been teaching it for a long time, where this is part of our Pro Plus plan, where you can see the different ways that this is set up, where a campaign goes out, kind of like a drip campaign, where someone gets a video like on a Monday, but then you say, hey, I want them to get another video hours later or days later. And then if they do something like a trigger, like they click on a button or they watch a video or they view a page, it can trigger different videos for them to get or messaging. So that's all automations. That's part of our Pro Plus plan. And that's something that Darius and the team have been teaching for a long time. Now, as far as AI within here, in the dashboard, we have our AI writing assistant, Ira. And I'm sure everyone here has been using ChatGPT, which is amazing, all that great stuff. From in the dashboard here, we added this profile feature for the AI writer. So if you look here, it says basic and sales. And like we talked about before with the landing pages, how you want to have landing pages that speak directly to the audience. As an example, employers, candidates in recruiting. If we use that example, I would have one for each. I would create an employer profile and a candidate profile. And when you do that, you're going to start answering questions for the AI so it can learn about this outreach and this part of your audience. You even can choose a preferred tone of communication because it might be different for certain parts of your audience. And then you also can apply the have method, which is a writing structure, if you want to apply it. It's about opening with a hook, like we talked about at the beginning. You got to hook your audience, no matter who it is, address their needs, provide value, and extend a compelling cause of action. So what you would do is decide, okay, who am I working on right now? Is it employers or is it candidates? I'm going to choose the one that I want. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to choose a prompt because we're all, I mean, is that probably the biggest word in the world being used right now is prompting. I'm going to say sales call for a video being the best for sales. Choose the length, click submit. And when you get the copy here from Iro, when it gives it back to you, you have some options here. You can have it read back to you in an AI voice. If you just want it read back, sometimes it's nice to hear it back. You also can copy it to a clipboard. And you can also import this copy directly into scripts with inside Dubb. So what we always do is we'll take the script, give it a human pass, save it into Dubb, and then load it into a teleprompter and do all of our content. You also can import this to a voice video. So if you ever, for some reason, didn't want to be on camera that day, you didn't want to use your voice, maybe feeling a little under the weather, but you want to send something a little more impactful visually than just a text-based message, you can upload a photo over here to the right, choose an AI voice over here, and when you send this video, it would show the image and a little waveform action kind of coming across at the same time. You also can go full on avatar if you want to. So you can select this button here. It goes to an avatar library that we have. We have a full library of avatars, but also you can choose to create one if you would like to do that, and then just choose a voice. It takes a little bit of time to create the AI. You get a little notification when it's done. The use cases so far that we've seen are people use them in email campaigns. It's kind of like a pedestal thing. And then also screen recordings. So remember earlier when we did the Dubb desktop app and we did narrator video, we did the pre-recorded version of me. You can also do that with the avatars. So you can open up the desktop app, same thing, click Dubb narrator, go right in here, and then when I find the videos that I want, I'm going to scroll down because I made a separate script for Ava the avatar. So I'm just going to select Ava out of my video library when I find her in here, and then Ava is going to be part of the page and going to do the walkthrough instead of myself. So it is an option that you have, whether it's educational or whether it's sales related. But Ava's on the page now. I'm going to put her right here in the middle. I'm going to change her shape to a square because we know that's what we want to do, shape. And then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to hit record. And now Ava is going to walk someone through the screen recording.
Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send.
And then you can pause and resume and all that great stuff. So there's a lot of options in terms of the tech. You just have to decide what is the use case. And that's really, really big. Now, the last part of Dubb is obviously the training and the learning. Right inside here, over to training to the right, you'll see the second option right here. It says watch training videos. This is our Dubb Academy right in here. It's a nice orderly library of videos on how to use the platform. It's been updated. We also have being a partner. So if you don't know about this, click apply now. It creates a referral link for you. And we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb. So, and we're very supportive of our partners. So if you ever have a webinar, you want someone to come in, I can always come in and pitch for you, whatever you'd like, because if you're paying for a Dubb account and you get 4 or 5 people, you get a free account. So we definitely want to pay you instead of you paying us. And then the last part we added up here is auto. Right next to my profile picture up here, it says auto. This is your little guide within the Dubb dashboard. You can ask it anything you want, and then auto is going to give an answer, and then it'll give some links at the end, some helpful links. So if you do have questions on some things, auto is well trained to give advice like, hey, what's the best videos I should be making for this, industry? All kinds of good stuff. And this is auto right here inside your dashboard. Okay, so let me jump back over here and let's see what we have in here. Let me scroll back over. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Jai brought up irresistible offer. Okay, give an example. So the irresistible offer would be something where whatever industry you're in, it's got to open with a really, good hook. A lot of the times when we have an offer, we'll lead with, what would it look like if you used video and increased your sales by 10x? Well, we have an example, like some hook where it seems very powerful at the start, and then you can offer something towards the end, but you want to hint towards it. So the whole idea of someone watching the video, like, hey, video is going to increase your sales by 10x, and we have a special code for you that's going to help you get going at not our normal price. Whatever you decide that is, open with something very hooky and big. And then you also want to be able to say, okay, what's the deal and what's the offer, and kind of hint to that as you kind of make your way through it. Because a lot of times people are looking for value in something cool, but they also want to know, am I getting, a break on something, which is something that people are big on as well. Okay, so let's see, Kyan. So when I went on the Dubb desktop app and trying to edit a video and upload it in Dubb, it took all night. Okay, still uploaded. Okay, Kyan. So I'll let the team know about that. Not sure why that would have taken longer. I'll give them an update over there on that on the app. And let's see. Okay, I will message them. Okay, Leanne, can we do the teleprompter when we present on Zoom or to a client? Um, so if you're in Zoom, because it would be live, you wouldn't have a way to do that and share your screen. I mean, technically, if they're not seeing you and you're not sharing your screen, I could have the desktop app pulled up and it recording and could be running right now. I could even have, my phone set up right here and have it running where I'm kind of talking, coming back to camera. So there are ways to do it. But if you're showing and presenting, it would show. Unless, the thing is, if you use the desktop app, like I'll show you this right here. Like, so this could be like a workaround for you if you wanted to. All right, so let me share here. Let's go desktop app, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, say I hit record screen, right? I'm gonna hit record screen. I'm gonna open my teleprompter. There it is. I'll just pick one of these. Okay. See this little button right here? It says displays, control, and recording. I can uncheck that, reopen the app, and then you guys should not be able to see this. So watch, I'm going to do this, display controls and recording. I'm going to hit OK. So now I'm going to open it up again, and I'm thinking that no one here is going to be able to see anything that I'm doing right now. It should just look like a blank screen. And I'm going to just follow through with this. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to hit the record button and you should be seeing nothing. And I'm going to say Confessions of a Sales Pro number 301. Back in my early days, so I'm reading a script right now, and you can't tell that I'm reading a script. But the thing is with this, even if you do that, it would have to be you having it pulled up, and maybe it's the camera's on you like this. So, Leanne, did that make sense? Let me jump over to Leanne.
Yes, it does make sense. So basically, we have to do the recording on the side on the desktop and then just hop on Zoom and basically present what I need to present.
Yeah, we have a if you ever wanted to like record something prior and then play it in the Zoom recording, the best way is we have the Zoom if you go to the Zoom, I think it's the Zoom store area that we have the Dubb Zoom app. It's just a little bit easier way to share the Dubb videos in a Zoom. So I can send you the support article on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. And let me jump in here. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so did anybody else have anything? Stephanie, I know we talked at the top. I think the best thing probably to do is jump in when you can and watch the recording when it comes back. But I think those specific scenarios, especially with LinkedIn, I think would be a good place to start. And you can send over a feedback video if you'd like that as well. So Stephanie, if you can hear me, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, that sounds great. Thanks, Rob.
yeah, you're very welcome. And then let's see, Jai, go ahead. I saw you had your hand raised. What's up, Jai?
Yeah, hey, Rob, just a couple things, man.
Hmm.
You mentioned that when you recording from the mobile app,
Hmm.
it goes directly to the desktop. Did I hear that right?
No, so when you record from the mobile, when you save it into Dubb,
Oh, so I have to save it first.
yeah, it's just saved in both places.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it means I have to upload it. I have to
Uh,
upload it in the dub.
correct. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm very, okay, that's where you got. I'm like, how do you do that? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of obvious
Yep.
there. And the other thing I know, train is come down to the end. What Kai was talking about was
Hmm.
I got my flash drive. So some of the videos when he downloads them, they won't be all on his computer, making it slower.
Yeah.
So when he goes to upload it, I guess the thing was still uploading in the morning. So it just
Got
didn't,
it.
it never really uploaded properly there. So,
Okay. So that a lot of weight from the flash drive or something?
yeah,
Or
yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's so, because kind of downloads a lot of stuff.
Right.
So now he has a flash drive, and just keeps kind of organized.
Right.
But it's just like it's really, 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 really slow.
Yeah.
The other thing was, and I know we run out of time, but Darius, tell the gentle lady, she need to get with Darius. Darius got my whole mindset going. But what I'm doing is I'm creating a showcase, not so much of a playlist, because sometimes these agents don't actually look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now they can
Yeah.
just kind of go through
Right.
the ones that they have, and it's like I have about 8 or 9 videos that I've already done.
Yep.
So, and I have an image that I want to put there. because I don't have to really have text, right? Or where would I put the text so, so they can actually see what, or do I need to put text?
You mean like an image at the top of the showcase page?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, typically the here, let me share my screen. I think not sure if you can do, maybe you can do an image, but usually with the showcase pages, it's nice to have the
It's
kind
clean.
of well, kind of the rotation of the videos, like the first one's up here at the top.
Okay, so right here, so you don't have any yeah, one of those showcases, you have an image in the background or something.
Oh, okay. Well, usually from what I've seen, it's usually the video that starts the whole showcase up here at the top and
Yeah.
just rotates. Like if I clicked on this one,
Okay.
it would change to that one. You know what I mean? So I think it's more about the text in the first video or whatever one you want. You know what I mean? I think that's
Oh,
how most.
okay, and then so I don't need to have this picture there because it's not going to work.
Yeah, I would just have the video. I would just have your
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, and that little search bar will come up automatically, right? So you can just search for whatever you're looking for.
Which one?
You
Oh,
see a
right here.
search bar right there,
Yes, that's part of the
and
structure.
that's just what's on that page. They won't search your whole dang
Right,
library,
it's
right?
right in here, right in the library.
Uh,
Yep.
got it, got it, got it, got it, got it.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool way to do it. It's like a little education library for somebody.
Yeah, yeah. Because sometimes they don't actually read. I mean, they won't watch the whole thing. They just,
Yeah.
I'd say watch this video.
Yeah, and it's like the playlists are good for like those immediate things right after, but if you have too many, then you
That's a lot.
want to link to the showcase page. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. That's cool. Hey, Jai, you're
Uh,
always being creative. I love it.
yeah. And I had more, but I have Darius. Not yeah, Darius. Finish me up there
He's
on
a good guy.
Tuesday.
He's the guy that you want to do that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's the guy. Cool. Well, everybody, Jai, Kyan, everybody, Jenny, Stephanie, everyone, and thanks for coming in today. Again, this recording will be hopefully up there this afternoon. I'm going to upload it now and get it over to the team. And then just go back to those specific points in the recording. Feel free to send any examples over to feedback@Dubb, the email that I put in if you want feedback as you're trying to learn it. And we can give you feedback. So everybody, thanks so much for coming in, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.